contain any Poké-News because I'll save that for another video, okay?
TCG Zapdos, he does a very good job as well. Very helpful for newer and experienced players alike, so check him out.
And TCG Zapdos, great shows with episodes and great editing, and if you like the Pokemon trading card game, check out their videos.
Battles make the world go around. Does anybody got a problem with my deck? My deck list is my deck list. Who can take defeats? Can I get a witness? First things first, hit and run and then I'll burst. Acces Robo-substitute to stall and using rack to kill them all. Bringing on the heat with outrage. I'm using silver bangle on my halucha to taste the bitter defeat of my opponents in the cities where I'll beat everyone as much as I can. I'm on a spree, winning the prize which with ease. With 4 Donphans, a new millennium. Dum diddy dum, where's it coming from? When I expose my weakness, well here I come. Don't wanna see fairies on the way or I'm gone. Kind of dumb, I know. I think I'll use another deck for the upcoming cities because Donphan has showed his weakness. But then this video I'll talk about my experience, so make sure you see it. We can all learn from this, living life in the TCG world, yes! What's up YouTube, it's ZapdosTCG here with episode 95 for you guys. Alright, this time around will be an episode where I'll talk about my tournament report, which I did last weekend. It was a cities. I just barely not made the top cut, but I'll talk about the experience and what decks I came across at my local cities. So it was in Ghent, so if you were there, you guys were awesome. Anyway, the first deck I was facing was against a girl, and she was barely fresh in the game, so it was like she's playing a deck that doesn't use a lot of EXs, actually non-EXs to be honest. She was playing EV deck, and I was playing my Donphan deck as always. So if you want the deck list, I made a TCG Online match where I used the exact same list, so go check that out. So the thing I noticed is that I came across an EV player. I never faced a deck like that before, but then again I had my Wobbuffet in my deck, so I used like Spinning Turn, go to Wobbuffet, so the EVs could not evolve with the ability Energy Evolution, so that's how I won the game. It was a pretty simple strategy because once she attaches an energy to her EV, she evolves to the necessary type, so she had stuff like a Leafeon in here, a Flareon for Vengeance, and also a Pikachu Raichu line, which she immediately discarded with the new card Battle Compressor. So in combination like that, she wanted to have as much damage as possible with the Flareon, and she also had a Sigilyph in her deck, so it's like a basic Flareon and Friends deck. I reviewed this deck already, so go check that out on the previous episode, but this deck is actually pretty simple to play with. But then again, once Wobbuffet is out, all abilities get neglected, and I could go straight through with a Spinning Turn. I won twice, so it was the best 2 out of 3 in that in that city. So I won my first match, feeling pretty confident. So the next thing I mentioned is that Wobbuffet is really good in the deck from the Donphans because it can block off abilities, which also was the case in my next match against Dialga. Yeah, this match was a pretty interesting one. I haven't played against a real-life Dialga deck. So Dialga, of course, you know, it's attack, full battle impact, 150 damage, destroys Donphan completely. Also, Bronzong with Metal Links gets all of the energies from the discard pile, and it goes like that. Also using one Battle Compressor or something, or Junipers, all the metal energies went into the discard. So again, it was the best 2 out of 3, but I won both matches fairly quick by using Wobbuffet. So if I used Wobbuffet, I could have just promoted after using a Spinning Turn, and then Bronzong's ability gets shut down completely. So what does this mean? They can get back their energies unless they use Lysander, but then they waste their supporter for the turn. I slowed the decks pretty much down from that point, and also Heatran was the one that actually destroyed 1 or 2 Donphans, but then again I also have other Pokemon like Halucha with a strong energy, in combination with Fighting Stadium and good Muscle Band and Silver Bangle. It was amazing. So the Halucha is really great in the Donphan deck as well because it can provide you fairly quick prizes against EXs. So the Heatran really great in the Metal deck to destroy Donphan, but then again with Wobbuffet out, it isn't really doing that much because the abilities are shut down and the energy cost is way too much. Also Headringer, which is a card I traded just before the tournament. I was able to trade it fairly easy by just trading it for a Jirachi EX. I think that was the right cause because I needed a Headringer. It helped me out in this matchup and in the next one as well, or maybe in other matches. Yeah, anyway, the Headringer, I put it on a Dialga EX, and that way secured my victory for me. So 2 matches I won straight away. And the next match was against the Crobat Landers deck, which I actually made an episode about the night before. So I know what the Crobat Landers deck is all about, spreading his damage as much as possible with the ability Surprise Bite, and also with the ability Sneaky Bite from Golbat, so evolving turn after turn, in combination with the heavy output Hammerhead from Landorus for only one single energy. So strong energy, muscle band, and fighting stadium actually deals up a lot of damage, and even on the bench. And with Crobat and and Golbat's on your side, you drop the damage and then they win. That way I couldn't do anything about it. I was a really great start getting out Donphans and stuff, but it wasn't enough. I had like 330 damage at one point on the field or something on Landorus's, and he actually healed all of them. He used cards like Scoop Up Cyclone as the Ace Pack card, Max Potion, Super Scoop Up. So every time I wanted to have like a 2-hit knockout, he prevents it by using cards like that, and I was like frustrated because I had like a really great output, but Donphan definitely loses against this deck. And once they even stall with a Crobat, so you can even deal damage to Crobat with a spinning turn since it has resistance and 130 HP, free retreat as well. So this deck functions really well. If you haven't heard about it, go check out the previous episode. It's all about that deck and it's doing really well at cities. So hopefully I can go to another city soon, and I'll keep you updated. Also the ECC is coming out soon, and I still haven't decided which deck I'm gonna play. As you heard in the intro rap, I'm gonna change up my deck and play something different for a while, because Donphan isn't as good as it was the way before Phantom Forces. Maybe with the Robo-substitute and stuff, things will get better and Wobbuffet, but then again, other decks are getting a power boost, like the Fairy deck, for example, which I'll talk about soon. So I lost twice, I couldn't do anything about it. The second game was really close. We both had like 3 or 4 cards left in our deck, and I was going to like win because I had 4 cards and he had 3 cards. So well, turn after turn we passed because we couldn't do anything anymore, because it had like the Headringer on the Landorus, and he already had Crobats out, so he couldn't evolve anymore. So, and then when he played this card, Lysander Strumpf card, I was surprised, and it was GG. I couldn't win by stalling anymore, and I usually don't like to do that, but it was the only option because that deck is really great against mine. Really great with sniping. Landorus is great against decks that need setup, like Pokemon that evolve or low HP basics. Okay, I lost twice in that game, so I was standing at 2 wins, 1 loss so far. Next up is Genesect Virizion, but it was with a twist. You know, Genesect Virizion with the red signal, plasma energy, catching out stuff and destroying it by first using Virizion's Emerald Slash on turn 2 or 3 or whatever you get it up. But then again, I had Headring the Virizion, and it was a slow setup for him. He also used Dragonite in his deck to bust in. That was really surprising because Wobbuffet was prized, so that wasn't really interesting. I wanted to shut down the abilities by using the attack, hit and run, and then promoting Wobbuffet, but then again, when Wobbuffet is prized, he could have got out of his Dragonites, busting in time after time, and with the Muscle Band, he destroyed a couple of Donphans, but yeah, with Hawlucha in my side, I destroyed a few Dragonites, and the slow setup from him really cost him 2 matches. He also played a card AZ to use revive like his Dragonites with damage and use Bust In once again. I already reviewed the Dragonite deck as well, so you can check that out. It's an older version of the deck, but it works pretty well. Put on some cards like VS Seeker and some staples from the new set. So I won twice, and the thing you should know is that Sigilyph is OP against the Genesect Virizion deck because they have to use G Booster to destroy it. So I played in on that, promoted to Sigilyph time after time, and I saw the G Booster coming, but then I had a rack ready to destroy the Genesect with a lot of energy. So won twice, feeling pretty confident. We had 3 wins and only 1 loss so far. So it was the last match of the game. It wasn't a big, really big tournament, only about like 30 people. I could be wrong though, but it was a small cities to prepare myself. It's the first cities I went through like in months because I had exams going on and stuff. But yeah, I was confident. If I win this match, I was in the top cut. If I lost, there was still a chance I'm gonna get in the top 8. So that was pretty interesting. So the last match, and I was like, no, Fairy deck, that's my worst matchup ever. I thought like the Crobat Landorus is my worst matchup ever, but no. It's Aromatisse. Aromatisse with the ability Fairy Transfer around the Fairy energies on your opponent's side of the field or on your side of the field if you're playing it. It's a really great combination with the Stadium Fairy Garden, which has make you like all your Pokemon with a Fairy Energy has free retreat. So he played cards like Yveltal EX, even Manectric EX, and the first thing he wanted to do, he started like with Xerneas, which is awesome for him. So Xerneas, Geomancy, choose 2 bench Pokemon and give them an energy, a Fairy Energy, which is great. If he uses it twice, he's already set for the game with his energies. And the surprise came actually. I was doing really fine, destroying stuff, where the prize race was really equal, a really tough game. But then again, he gets out of nowhere, Keldeo, a Rainbow Energy, gets all the energies with Fairy Transfer to the Keldeo. And boom, if you counted correctly, Rainbow Energy also counts for Water Energy, so Secret Sword did 70 damage, and that destroyed by Donphans. 2 of those, and which were fully powered up, so with Lysander and stuff. He also played Mewtwo for in situations where he had like a huge damage output with all the Fairy Energies. I really want to play this deck as well, Fairy deck, because I was so impressed by it. I thought like Donphan deck was a really great deck to go at cities, but I think this one is better, although the Crobat deck destroys this one because it can destroy the setup Spritzes. But yeah, it's just a really great competitive scene like that. There isn't a top deck anymore, everything is fine, and you can just play whatever you're comfortable with, which is the deck I played, Donphan. So next tournament, hopefully the ECC and stuff, I'll have a new deck ready for you guys. So yeah, that's it for another tournament report. I lost twice, I was really disruptive with the max potions at the right time and stuff. So I need something maybe with Trevenant in my deck. I should like maybe try out the Donphan Trevenant with a heavy Trevenant line to block max potions and stuff. But yeah, then I'll also have a weak basic Pokemon that can be sniped by the Golbats. Yeah, it's a tough situation. I'll keep you guys updated. So hopefully you enjoyed this episode with the tournament report of cities. Let me know how your cities went in the comment section below. And yeah, that'll be it. Have a nice day, everyone. Thanks again for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Peace. Hi, if you haven't checked out the previous episode, well, you should definitely take a look. It's about the Landorus deck I reviewed a bit in this episode, so you can check out the full deck list and stuff in that video. And for you guys who are interested in booster box openings, I do those as well on my channel. Prepare yourself for a Primal Clash booster box, which is coming out probably on the release date. And then for you guys that love Poké-Rap Battles of History, I have those as well on my channel. I am the producer of that, having some rappers up in my house at the moment. We're gonna record a new Poké-Rap Battles of History soon. So yeah, that's it, and I'm out.